So, my dear brothers and sisters, we'll start today's program with our usual prayer and chanting. Vasudeva Sutam Devam Kamsachanuramardanam Devaki Paramanandam Krishnam Vande Jagadgurum Mukam karoti vachanam Pangum langhayate girim Yat krupatamaham vande Paramanandamadhavam Atha Srimad Bhagavad Gita Bhakti Yoga Shloka Sangraha Chaturvidha Bhajante Mam Jana Sukrutinorjuna Arto Jigna Suratharthi Gnani Jabharatashabha Teja Shabadhruti Shaucham Adroho Nati Manita Bhavanti Sampadam Daivim Abhijatasya Bharata Dambho Darpo Bhimanascha Krodha Parushyameva Ajnanancha Abhijatasya Partha Sampadamasurim Daivi Sampadvimokshaya Nibandhaya Surimata Mashuchas Sampadam Daivim Abhijatosi Pandava Nantosti Mamadivyanam Vibhutinam Parantapa Eshatodeshata Proktaha Vibhuter Vistaro Maya Shri Bhagavan Vacha Yad Yad Vibhuti Matsattvam Shri Madhurjitameva Ma Tattadeva Vagachatvam Mama Tejonsha Sambhavam Maye Vavanadhatsva Mayi Buddhim Niveshaya Nivasishyasi Mayeva Atavurtham Samshayaha Arjuna Uvacha Evametad Yatha Tattvam Atmanam Parameshwara Drashtumichhami Te Rupam Aishwaram Purushottama Shri Bhagavan Vacha Natumam Shakyase Drashtum Anenaiva Swachakshusha Divyam Dadami Te Chakshuho Vashyame Yogamaishwaram Sanjaya Uvacha Eva Muktva Tato Rajan Mahayogeshwaro Harihi Darshayamasa Parthaya Paramam Rupamaishwaram Arjuna Uvacha Kirishinam Vadinam Chakrinam Cha Tejo Rashim Sarvato Diptimantam पश्यामि त्वां दुर्निरीक्ष्यं समन्ता दीप्तानरार्कद्युतिमप्रमेयम् अदृष्टपूर्वं हृषितोऽस्मि दृष्ट्वा भयेन च प्रव्यथितं मनो मे तदेव मे दर्शय देवरूपं प्रसीद देवेश जगन्निवासा श्रीभगवानुवाच सुदुर्दर्शमिदं रूपं दृष्टवानसि यन्मम देवाप्यस्य रूपस्य नित्यं दर्शनकाङ्क्षिणः ब्रह्मभूतः प्रसन्नात्मा न शोचति न काङ्क्षति समः सर्वेषु भूतेषु मद्भक्तिं लभते पराम् सर्वधर्मान् परित्यज्य मामेकं शरणं व्रज अहं त्वा सर्वपापेभ्यः मोक्षयिष्यामि मा शुचः अन्तकाले च मामेव स्मरन् भूत्वा कलेवरम् यः प्रयाति समद्भावं याति नास्तत्र संशयः ब्रह्मभुवनो लोकाः पुनरावर्तिनोऽर्जुन मामुपेत्य तु कौन्तेय पुनर्जन्म न विद्यते तेषामहं समुद्धर्ता मृत्युसंसारसागरात् भवामि न चिरात् पार्थ मय्यावेशितचेतसाम् ॐ तत्सदिति श्रीमद्भगवद्गीतासु उपनिषत्सु ब्रह्मविद्यायां योगशास्त्रे श्रीकृष्णार्जुनसंवादे भक्तियोगश्लोकसङ्ग्रहः हरिः ॐ तत्सत्। The 18 verses that we have selected from Bhagavad Gita has been arranged into these 8 chapters. Sloka number 1 talks about the introduction to Bhakti Yoga. Then how to move from Kama to Prema, Sloka number 2nd and 3rd. 4 to 7 talks about Prema to Bhakti. Then the Sakata Sakshatkara, 8 to 13 verses. Then from Sakata Sakshatkara you go to Nilguna Sakshatkara. That is Sloka number 14. Then it is called as the Parabhakti. That is 15. And what happens to such a person in great heights of bhakti at the time of death? Sloka number 16. When he leaves the body, what is going to happen to ultimate murder? 17 to 18. This is how it has been arranged. This has been put in the form of a schematic. The first step in bhakti is to recognize Asuri Sampat and Daivi Sampat. Then to convert Kama to Prema, you add on the dimension of Tyaga. Then bhakti adds on the dimension of surrender, Sharanagati Bhava. And when you are able to take it to the heights of bhakti, you have the Saguna Sakshatkara, the realization, God realization in form, that's Saguna. Then you go to Nirguna, Nirguna Sakshatkara. And go into the advanced Bhakti Yoga with higher layers of super consciousness, with all the siddhis like Hanuman had. And ultimately, when they leave the body, reach moksha. That's ultimate goal of human existence. That is state of infinite freedom, infinite bliss, infinite knowledge, infinite power. That is a state of absolute silence, beyond space, time, causation, beyond mano, buddhi, chitta, ahankara. That is the whole spectrum of Bhakti Yoga we are going to discuss it. So starting with the first prayer, first sloka, Krishna talks about 4 types of people who come. Chaturvida mam janaha bhajante. Te sarve sukrutinaha. What are they? Artha, Jignasu, Artharthi, Gnani. 4 types. Who are the Artha, person who is in distress, misery, pain. He says, okay, oh, let me ask God. No? Then he thinks of God. Jignasu is a curiosity-oriented person, like a child. Arthati is a businessman. How I can use bhakti, yoga into a business. And Gnani, person who is interested in getting at the knowledge, total truth. Like four types of people. Then what is to be done? When they come, they have to now understand, recognize their Daivi Sampat and Asuri Sampat. Daivi Sampat are Tejaha, Kshama, Dhruti, Shaucham, Abdroho, Nathimanita. No? These are the six things for illustration he gives. No? Tejas is brilliance, effulgence. Kshama is forgiveness, that is patience. Dhruti is steadfastness. Shaucham is cleanliness, purity, integrity, honesty. Abdroha, there is no cheating. And Nathimanita, absence of ego. These are the good qualities. Then what are the bad qualities? Dambaha, Darpaha, Abhimanaha, Krodha, Parashyaha. Agnanancha Vijatasya, Partha Sampadam, Asurim. Asuri Sampat are again six he has just mentioned. Dambaha, Darpa, Abhimana are the three manifestations of the ego. How ego comes, even the good people like people who are philanthropists, Darpa, arrogance, Abhimana, conceit. Then Krodha is anger, Parashya is unnecessary wastage of energy, Agnana is wrong knowledge. Then what is the definition of good and bad? Has been put forth in this wonderful verse. Daivi Sampada Mokshaya, all those qualities which help you to go higher and higher and reach moksha itself. Those are the qualities which are called as Daivi Sampada. They are called as the good qualities. They are the positive emotions. Opposite of that, Nibandhaya Asuri Mata. All those things should drown you down with stress, tensions, misery, pain, agony, and you want to commit suicide. That is the degradation. Those are the negative emotions. All those which you. Having said that, now you have the choice to do whatever you want. So Vivekananda said, you all have the freedom either to go this way or you have to go this way. It is up to us. Choose whatever you want. Who want to suffer? Who want to have diseases, pains, misery? Everybody want to be happy, healthy, and full of energy, vitality. Therefore, we have to choose the Daivi Sampat. So everybody have both the dimensions, Asuri Sampat and Daivi Sampat. So what is to be done? Start reducing the Asuri Sampat, start developing the Daivi Sampat. And that is the beginning of the Bhakti Yoga, gaining mastery over the emotions. So how to develop the Daivi Sampat? You have to make a resolve. Dana, Daya, Dhamma are the three qualities of Daivi Sampat. And you must start dimension. This needs an understanding of the difference between emotions and thinking. Normally we think emotions is the work of the heart and thinking is that of the brain. This is a general thing that we talk about. But we have seen that emotions are all in the brain, they are triggered in the brain. You've got specific centers for the emotions in the brain. And thinking also is in the brain. They are the seat which are there. Normally we think emotions and thinking are two different things altogether. But our ancient masters were able to find the connection between the two. Just like in modern science, we thought matter and energy are two distinct things, have no relation at all. As we grew to greater and greater understanding, we were able to convert matter into energy, energy into matter. So everything in the physical world is nothing but energy, energy, energy. We are able to find the connections. Similarly, emotions or thinking, thoughts are not two different things. They are the same. So, what is the relation between the two? There is a wonderful shloka, Bhagavad Gita, which tells you the relation. Dhyayato vishayan pansaha sangaste shopajayate sangat sanjayate kamaha कामात् क्रोधोऽभिजायते क्रोधात् भवति सम्मोहः सम्मोहात् स्मृतिविभ्रमः स्मृतिभ्रंशात् बुद्धिनाशः बुद्धिनाशात् प्रणश्यति. So, dhyayata vishayan panchaha. When you have thoughts, you go on thinking about a particular person, a particular event, a particular situation, a particular object. Thinking again and again, go on thinking again and again. Sangaha teshu upajayate. Attachment comes. Repeated thinking develops an attachment. This is the beginning as to how the thoughts become emotions. So this is the whole basis for our entire advertisement in TV and other places. They go on repeating the same thing, Maggie, 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 Maggie. It goes on hitting you. When you are watching any TV thing, in between you get the advertisement. What happens when you go on thinking about it again and again and again? An attachment develops. So once the attachment comes, you have attractions and repulsion. Raga and dvesha come up. This is the beginning of emotion. So I want that, I want that, I want that. I remember a very interesting thing that happened. My sister's son was very young at that time. And when he was watching the TV, he went on seeing that Maggie, 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 Maggie. So he said, Mama, let us get some Maggie today, and I want to eat how nice it is. So the sister took him and then bought Maggie. He was all very excited. Maggie, Maggie, Maggie. And they cooked the Maggie. And then he was so thrilled that I am going to eat Maggie, Maggie, And he started eating, taking that into the mouth. But he didn't like the taste. But again, his thing, TV has told you, Maggie is very tasty, very tasty. Again he will eat. Again he eat. 3 times, 5 times. See the power, So, this is how an attachment which leads into the desires, the raga and the dvesha start coming up. You don't know, but still the brain was. People who become drunkards, initially when they drink, they don't like a bitter taste, they don't like, but they go on doing it. It's very good, very good, very good. It gives you a thrill. So they get accustomed. Similarly, smokers, in the beginning they don't like smoking at all because it's tobacco something, but they think it's very good and do that. So this is how the thinking, when it goes on repeated, it becomes emotions. This is what Bhagavad Gita is telling. Therefore, once you get raga and dvesha, likes and dislikes, when you want something, you don't get that. You become angry. Kamat krodho vijayate krodha. So when you get angry, you know what is going to happen initially. Initially in the mind, you are trembling. Then it comes into talk. Manasa, vacha. Then go and hit. Shoot people. Anger manifesting from the mind level, then the talk level, and action level. It starts coming up. That is the grossification of the anger that comes. And krodhat bhavati sammohaha. As a result, what is the thing? You get infatuated. Sammoha smriti vibhramaha. That removes all your memory. Memory gets marred. You don't know what is good, what is bad, and everything. And discrimination goes away. Sammoha smriti vibhrama. Smriti vibhramshat buddhi nasha. When buddhi nasha happens, pranashyati. We are no more human beings in that sense. Why? What is the difference between human beings and animals? There are 4 common factors. It said, ahara, nidra, bhaya, maithunancha, samanyametat pashubir naranam. Ahara, we also take food. Animals also take food. Nidra, we also sleep. Animals also sleep. Bhaya, we are also afraid of many things. Animals also are afraid of many things. Bhaya, maithuna, we also procreate, we also produce children, and they also produce children. If our entire life is only in these 4 aspects, How are we different from animals? So we do it more sophisticatedly. That you have much better food, different types of foods and varieties of food and tasty food and all types of things, everything we can have. But animals may not have different. Similarly, nidra, you must sleep more number of hours whenever you want to eat and other things, ahara nidra. Then bhaya, we are afraid of more and more things, more and more things, more sophisticated things. And Maithuna, we have various ways by which you have the sexual things and then you produce, children you may not produce, all these things going on and on. You can do it more sophisticatedly, more differently, more intelligently you can do. But how are we different? Your entire life to earn more and more, to achieve these four things. How are we different? Says, what is the speciality of human beings? Buddhir hi tesham adhiko visheshaha. Buddhir vihinaha pashubhi samanaha. If the buddhi is gone, you are like an animal. Buddhi, the intelligence, how to go in the right direction, is there. So that is the freedom that we all have. So when we use our freedom, then you'll be able to do. So what is the implication of this thing now, of the entire shloka? Emotions are not totally different from thinking. Feeling and thinking are intimately connected. So what are emotions? Emotions are very powerful thoughts. When the thoughts go on repeating again and again, again and again, it becomes very powerful. When you go on repeating in the external words, faster, when you do, then the power increases. In the energy spectrum, if you look at, in the energy spectrum, when the frequency becomes higher and higher and higher, in the light spectrum, we have S-VYASA, violet, indigo, blue, yellow, orange, red. That is decreasing the frequency. When you go from here, from red, orange to violet, the energy, the spectrum is increasing, that the frequency is increasing, that is becoming faster and faster and faster. Number of cycles per second is the thing that we have. That goes on increasing. From the violet, if you go further, you have the ultraviolet. Then what you have X-rays. Then you have gamma rays. Then it becomes very, very, very powerful. The energy contained in this thing, X-rays are much higher. Cosmic rays are still much higher. And from there, further it becomes matter, condensed matter. Therefore, when you increase the speed, the energy increases. Similarly, when you go on thinking about the same thoughts again and again, faster and faster, the energy increases. They become very powerful. So emotions are powerful thoughts. Thoughts getting energized is our thoughts, we can say. So, what is the difference between thinking and emotions? Thinking and feeling? Thinking are only thoughts. Here, the speed of thought goes on increasing. It converts itself into emotion. That's the secret our ancient masters found. So, what is the result of that? When they become emotions, they start coming down from manomaya kosha at the mind level. It starts coming down, starts hitting the pranamaya kosha, causing all the changes in the pranamaya kosha. Four aspects of prana, we all know, prana, apana, samana, udana, vyana. All these things start getting disturbed. They start getting very, very fast. The movements start becoming faster. And when they become faster, they start going here and in the wrong direction. Then he starts hitting the higher centers of our brain and causes disturbed breathing, faster breathing, quicker breathing, haphazard breathing, and imbalanced breathing. All these things happen. What is happening at the brain level itself? Because we have got the left and the right balance. Imbalance takes place. That is what is called the autonomic imbalance. We have the voluntary nervous system and the involuntary nervous system. Involuntary nervous system gets activated more and more. And in the involuntary nervous system, we have got also part of the autonomic nervous system. The autonomic nervous system has the sympathetic nervous system and the parasympathetic nervous system. So when the emotions start hitting, the sympathetic nervous system starts becoming faster and faster. So correspondingly, there is also endocrine system. So there's going to be secretions, hormones that are there, emotional hormones. This endocrine system gets activated, sympathetic system starts activating, and it starts bringing reactions all over the body. Our breathing starts become faster and faster, and your heartbeat starts increasing faster and faster. You start pumping the blood faster and faster. Therefore, the blood pressure increases, sugar level increases, and the whole body gets more and more energy. And this is the thing that happens. So, what is the difference? When you are thinking in the brain, it is temporary, it is small. The effect of thinking only is much less pronounced compared to the emotion. When the emotions come, the complete body gets into the changes. And it is long lasting. Once you get angry, it takes longer time to come back from the anger. But if you have just a thinking at the mind level, easily it will go away in a few seconds, if not a minute. So therefore, difference is the effect of emotions are long lasting and it spreads all over the body compared to the thinking, which is only in the brain and temporary, that we have said. Therefore, everything starts in the mind level. Manomaya kosha, as we have seen. In the Manomaya kosha, what is happening? The thoughts are emerging. Thoughts arise from the Vijnanamaya kosha, but there is a right knowledge is there. Everything is Daivi Sampat fully. And everything in its proper order. Teja, Kshama, Dhuti, Shaucha, Madroho, Natimanita. Everything is there in the Vijnanamaya kosha. And every action that you do is the right action. And you have the full freedom, only you are doing the right action. That is Vijnanamaya kosha. Then you come to the Manomaya kosha, moving towards it, then slowly the Ajnana starts coming up. The wrong knowledge starts coming up. The Asuri Sampa starts coming up. How? By increase the speed of the mind. In the Manomaya kosha, the speed of thoughts goes on increasing. Faster, 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 and becomes emotion. The emotions which are essentially, the positive emotions are softer emotions, gentler emotions. Now they become very strong emotions. They are the 6 enemies of man, as we call. 6 enemies of man. What are they? Kama, Krodha, Lobha, Moha, Mada, Matsarya. 6 enemies of man. Very strong emotion. Anger, greed, jealousy, hatred, emotion, arrogance, and jealousy. These are the 6 enemies. They all start coming up in the Manomaya kosha. So in the Manomaya kosha, the thoughts which become faster and faster, they get converted into the 6 or more Asuri Sampat. Dambha, Darpa, Abhimana, Krodha, Parusha, Kama, Krodha, Roba, Moha, and the fear starts increasing. All these things. That all starts happening in the Manomaya kosha, mind level. And what is the result of that? Our actions that we are going to do are now governed by our wrong emotions, by the Asuri Sampat. In the Vijnanamaya kosha, every action is governed by the right Daivi Sampat, the right emotions. But here, it becomes a wrong action. Wrong actions start coming up into the whole thing. And what is the result of that? We start doing things which are not right. This causes the big imbalance, causes the problems. That is called the Adhi. Adhi is the disease at the Manomaya kosha level. This is the root cause of all these modern ailments that we have, which are called NCDs, non-communicable diseases. Asthma, diabetes, hypertension, heart problem, epilepsy, migraine, diabetes. All these modern ailments which are increasing more and more, are all originated here in the Manomaya kosha, the Adhi. So, how the Adi emerges? You know what is right, but you don't do right thing. For example, a diabetic patient, he likes, gulab jamun. Doctor has told, no more gulab jamun. If you continue to eat like this every day, morning one gulab jamun, evening one, then sometimes even more gulab jamuns, you'll be ruined. So, what does doctor without gulab jamun? What is life? But if you do that, your insulin dose will increase and you may lead to a lot of problems. Your eyes will get spoiled, your kidney will get affected, your legs will get affected, diabetic leg, and you may have to amputate the leg. And he will show you all the horrors of the increased diabetic challenges. Therefore, you must stop. You have no go. Then, okay, doctor, what to do? At least in my coffee, can I have my sugar? No sugar. So life becomes insipid. Somehow he goes on, 1 week, 15 days, there's a big party. His very close friend's daughter's marriage. So he goes there. He has to go, And then, in marriages, what happens, all types of conflicts. Dil pasand ke sab ho raha hai. So he starts looking at all the things. What happens? Then he goes on looking. So many varieties of food. He's found gulab jamun, everything there, lined up. Then what happens? Kurukshetra war. What is Kurukshetra war? His tongue is demanding, come on, eat. You are found gulab jamun, so nice. Come on, eat. Buddhi is telling, doctor's advice, be careful, don't eat. A war starts. Kurukshetra drama, not only the Kurukshetra, Mahabharata war, but it happens in our life regularly. And what wins matters. Suppose your tongue wins, then you have the problem aggravated. So you know what is right, but you don't do right things. This is called the Duryodhana. Duryodhana character within is not only Duryodhana in Mahabharata war, Duryodhana character is within us. What is Duryodhana's thing? What is the character? Janami dharmam, nachame pravrittihi. Janami adharmam, nachame nivrittihi. I know what is right, but I don't do right things. I know what is wrong. I am drawn to do wrong things. I know it is such an atrocious sin to ask Dushastra to go and bring Draupadi and make her naked in the august audience. Such an atrocious sin, such a wrong thing I know. But what to do? My mind, emotions burn with the jealousy, hatred. When I was there, what she said, Andhasya putraha andaha. She had told, I'm going to take revenge. Come on. Dushastra, go and pull her. Knowing fully I am wrong, I do wrong things. Knowing fully what is right, Krishna has come. Please give half the kingdom. Varanavasa and Ajnatavasa has been completely successfully completed by Pandavas. So according to our rules, according to our earlier decision, half the kingdom we have to give. Please give. There is nothing doing. I am not going to give half the kingdom. Let the war decide. Krishna says, please, don't do this thing, where millions will be massacred and rivers of blood will flow. Innocent people will be massacred. Let us stop this treacherous of a war. Please give half a kingdom. If you can't give, okay, I will give another offer on the part of Pandava. Give five villages. 1 village for every Pandava. And we'll stop this war. Duryodhana's buddhi says, 5 villages, he is asking. That use the villages which are there. I will give. Buddhi says, go ahead and do. But the thing says, no. Not even 5 villages, not even 5 inches I'm going to give. Come on. No, let's go for the war. Why? Hatred, jealousy. The emotions come hard. This is what Duryodhana said. So this is our picture inside. Everybody knows that greed is tremendous, that the scams, corruption is wrong. Earlier, when people used to take 50,000 rupees, it was a big punishment. Then lakhs of corruption. Then crores. Then lakhs of crores. Could you ever imagine the scams? No. Why? It's the greed, greed, greed. Manomaya kosha. Want more and more, more and more, more and more. Kama, krodha, lobha. Lobha is that this thing, greed increasing. So these are all very powerful emotions. They will promote your Duryodhana within you. And therefore, what is the implication? When this Adi thing, then it starts coming down. Duryodhana becomes very powerful. Your tongue wins, and you go eat. That one gulab jamun, let me eat. No? And that more. And the Buddhi also supports what to do. This fellow has succumbed to Duryodhana. He becomes intelligent. And the Buddhi says, hey, don't think there's something wrong in this thing. You're not doing any wrong. It's a great act of service that you are doing. By eating your good gulab jamun and rasgulla and all sweet, you are making a good act of service. Good seva you are doing. It's a very good action. Huh? Eating gulab jamun is good action. Why? If you don't eat, if you don't become diabetic, how will the doctor survive? How will the diabetic expert survive? How will the endocrinologist survive? So become more and more diabetic patients should be there. Then only doctors will survive. Therefore, it's a good act of service. How the buddhi converts, So you go on eating. After all, what is going to happen? I will eat one gulab jamun, take one more prick of insulin, or a little more this thing. Life is for enjoyment. Also, if you don't eat, your friend, such a close friend, he'll feel so bad. You have come and then given, you have not eaten anything. So you'll be also causing a lot of misery to your friend. Come on, eat little bit, you start eating. And the whole meal becomes completely sweet meal. This is the power of Manomaya kosha. The emotions. This is the difference between thinking and emotions. So emotions bring. And those emotions bring down to the Pranamaya kosha, and it start putting the speed into the prana. All aspects of the prana, apana, samana, udana, they will start becoming very fast. They govern all functions in our body. Every function in the body is governed by these 5 pancha pranas. Prana handles all things in the head region. Swayam pranaha pratishthate. Madhyetu samanaha. All digestive things are by the samana. Apanam pratyagasyati. Apana is going to one which causes the problems in the digestive thing, excretion, urination, and these things are all governed by the apana. Vyana is the one that governs all our sensation, sense of touch and other things. All nervous things are all governed by these things. And samana, udana. Udana is the one that brings about anti-peristaltic process. And in a subtle way it governs your kundalini shakti. These 5 pranas govern all functions in our physical body. So they all get haphazard, they get very fast, imbalanced, start moving hither, uncontrolled things. Then it comes down to the physical body, as I told, that it comes hitting the higher centers of the brain. And in the brain, things start happening. Seeds of emotions, anger, greed, jealousy, hatred, infatuation, everything, the centers of charge, they get triggered and they become very fast and they start governing your action. And it creates the autonomic imbalance and endocrine imbalance and secretes emotional hormones, everything comes up and the whole body gets disturbed. This is the whole thing. So what's happening? Essentially your likes and dislikes will start dominating the scene. Often our actions go against what is right. That's the example of diabetes and Jamun and Duryodhana, which I mentioned in Mahabharata. So Duryodhana says, Janami dharmam na chame pravrittihi, Janami adharmam na chame nivrittihi. You say, this is what happens to us. That's the power of it. So therefore, the whole essence is we have to work to get mastery over the emotions. So, how to gain mastery over the emotions? You start controlling the emotions. But it may lead to suppressions. So there is a great master, psychiatrist, one of the greatest, Sigmund Freud. what he said, don't suppress, don't try to control emotions, because it's going to have boomerang effect. It will boomerang if you try to control and causes all problems, the stress ailments. Why did he say that? He's a very big psychiatrist, and he was dealing with large number of mental patients. Every day he used to have an outpatient of 100 to 200 people he used to handle. In everybody, he used to find something common. They have suppressed emotions in the name of etiquette, manners, culture, discipline, and social these things. They were all suppression emotions. Therefore, he came to the conclusion and brought a new theory altogether. What? Don't suppress emotions. Then what is the solution he gave? Give free vent to the emotions. So when you become angry, don't try to suppress, don't try to control. Give free vent to the anger. And you go there to some place and they start shouting at the wall. Then if anger is much more, won't hurt hitting the walls, then your anger will go away, your suppression will go away, it will become good. This is how we can solve the problem. In some it started working. So he said freedom, freedom, freedom. He promoted. And America was all ready to take up this thing. America is a free society. Compared to the communistic, socialistic realm, America wanted that we want to have a free society. People should have freedom to do whatever they want. So this was in tune with the basic approach of America, and they said freedom, freedom. Everybody started calling freedom. So what happened to freedom? The students, children, and all others started talking about freedom. And the children started saying, we don't have to care for the parents. We don't have to care for the father, mother, or brother, or sister. Neither should we have to care for our professors, or teachers, or lecturers. We are free birds. We can do whatever we want. Fine, good. What happened? As a result, freedom turned itself into license. What is the result of that? They become slaves to the emotions. They got terrorist, gun culture increased, drug culture increased, and free sex increased, and the whole society started shattering itself. I remember 1978, in America, the divorces have started increasing because of this freedom. Why should we live together when we have differences? Let us divorce. So, on an average, one divorce per an America in 1978. 1980, it became 2. 1983, it became 3. Then they said, why marry and divorce, marry and divorce, marry and divorce? Why go through this legal hassle? Let us live as long as we want together. And when we don't want, we'll say goodbye. Freedom. That's the thing that happened. What happened to our students? They are free birds. Okay. They start succumbing to smoking, drinking, and drug addiction. Drug addiction started increasing tremendously. That became the biggest menace in the whole of the United States, and Punjab in our country also started coming up. Names of freedom, freedom. And gun culture. America, guns are available freely. You can go and buy. Just like you buy any food and other things, you can buy gun. So he starts shouting. Probably you may remember when he told this thing. When I was in America, 1972, in our city, Huntsville, there was a school. In that, one day, the boy comes and the class is starting. There are 25 students in that class, and he brought a big gun and started shooting all people, all 25 people he killed, and including the teacher also. And when he was caught, to the police, what he said, I'm so proud. See, I am able to kill 25 people with this thing. See how wonderful I am, how great I am. This is the culture, this is the freedom. So, freedom has turned into license. And the result is all types of this advanced NCDs. Freedom to license. Freedom has led into license. Student unrest, alcohol, sex, drug, terrorism, family divorces, all around us. Social harmony has been disturbed. In spite of all riches and comforts, you feel it's so bad. The whole society is in turmoil. The happiness, health has started shattering. The agony of stress, increased pain, misery, everything increased. Aim of freedom. And the stress result started increasing. Stress reaction has started increasing. Why stress is a mandatory protective reflex. It's necessary. When there is a danger that is coming up, the body raises itself to meet the situation. For example, imagine there's a fire alarm. What do? Immediately we come up and we start running. We start moving from here, moving from there, moving from there. Somebody there like this thing. That's one group. Another group says, okay, let me find out where is that fire, where is that fire. Let me go there and quench the fire. There are two types of reaction that take place. One is the one to solve the problem, another to run away. Fight or a flight reaction. Flight reaction is running away. Fight reaction is go there and quench the fire. For this to happen, you need a lot more energy in the body. You have to run fast. You have to think everywhere. You have to do that. Nothing wrong. So this is a mandatory reflex that has been built into our system. It's a mandatory reflex. It is necessary. If you don't have this thing, you are finished. Supposing fire is coming, you are calm, quiet. If this thing is not there, then you are gone. Therefore, this is wrong. Nothing wrong in stress. But when this continues continuously, a long-standing imbalance leads to stress hazards. This is what have been found. What are all the problems we are facing today? Stress ailments, asthma, back pain, arthritis, diabetes, hypertension, ischemic heart disease, headache, cancer, epilepsy, GI disorders, obesity, all number of psychiatric problems, all are on the increase. Why? The question is, you should not suppress, right? Give free vent. What is wrong in giving free vent? This is where yoga, Bhagavad Gita has given us a solution. So, when your sense demands, I want to eat my gulab jamun, then supposing you give the gulab jamun to your sense, what is going to increase? You get a sense pleasure. Because of that, the reward system is going to increase your demand. I want more gulab jamun. Tomorrow I want to gulab jamun. Another thing gulab jamun. I want more and more. The law is you are trying to quench the fire with ghee. You are putting sense coming up and then you give this thing. When you put the ghee, it's going to quench the fire. This is the problem. So now the challenge is this now, that if you try to control the emotions, it leads you into suppression. If you give free vent to the things, it leads to license and hazards. What is the way out? What is to be done? This is where the emotional experts, the psychiatrists have not found a solution today. It's here that yoga gives the solution. What is the way out? Sublimation of desires, not suppression. You should not give free vent, you should not suppress. The solution is sublimation. What is sublimation? Sublimation is to slow down. So emotions are faster thought. To control that, if you block, it's going to have the boomerang. You give free vent, it will jump up. So you have to slow down. Therefore, I give you an example of two drivers. One is a novice driver, another is an expert driver. The novice driver is going very fast, taking his car, overcoming faster, 100 kilometers, 150 kilometers, driving very fast, overtaking all cars. And you see the red the red light. Then he's still hopeful. By the time he reaches the red is going to turn green and he can go with the same speed. He's only about 10 meters away, and there's a police inspector who is ready to catch him. What he does, he jams the brake. The whole car comes to a grinding halt. Everybody in the car, they said, what reckless driver he is. Nobody may get a back problem. What about the master driver? He is also going very fast, overtaking all, 100, 150. But when he sees the red, what he does? 150 to 100, 50, 10, come to a smooth halt. What does he do? Slowing down, slowing down. Energy production which is coming up is reducing. By reducing the fuel intake, which increases the speed, is going to reduce. So this is the difference between sublimation and suppression. In suppression, like a novice driver, a block, all energies are getting produced and you suppress it. Then it boomerang. Whereas in this sublimation, you slow down, slow down, slow down. So I must learn how to slow down your reaction. Mind level. Manaprashamana upayaha yogaha. So in Bhakti Yoga, you convert the violent emotions into gentler emotions, softer emotions. Asuri Sampat has to be converted into the Daivi Sampat. So Daivi Sampat is all nicely the sublimated things. So how we have to do that? Everywhere, the rush of the senses, you have to reduce. When you're eating, you finish it quickly and run. No. Eat slowly. Similarly, think slowly, clearly, walk slowly, talk slowly, hasten slowly, Kirmananji said. No. Even when you have to do that, you must learn to do this thing. So you must not react, you must act. That is the use that we have to do. You have to use your discrimination power and do the thing. Whether I'm doing right or not, I'm going this way or I'm going this way, you must check. When you are going the opposite way, slow down, slow down. So, what is to be done? Slow down. Wait. Patience. Kshama, Triti Shaucham. So, mastering the emotions in the Manomaya Kosha. We have to work on these things. And art of gaining mastery over the emotion is sublimation. This is the whole essence of Bhakti Yoga. In Bhakti Yoga, you have to learn to turn your Asuri Sampat into Daivi Sampat. First step is you must know what is right, what is wrong. What is negative emotions, what is positive emotions. What are the good emotions, what are the bad emotions. What is the Asuri Sampat, what is the Daivi Sampat. This is the first step. You must look at ourselves. How much of Asuri Sampat I have? Anger, greed, jealousy, hatred, infatuation, everything, arrogance. You must understand. You must know also the good qualities. How wonderful good qualities we have. You must develop the good qualities. Continuously increase. And negative things, you start reducing. Don't hate others. Don't be jealous of others. You have to convert. When the jealousy comes, you say, no, I want to develop them. This is a different, good quality. What is happening in an organization? One of your colleagues, he is younger to you. He starts coming up because he is very brilliant, very intelligent, more intelligent than you, more creative. He starts coming up. What happens normally? You become jealous. You want to come down, bring it down. You don't allow him to grow. Wrong. This will not help the organization to grow. It will not help the country to grow. What is to be done? Allow him to come up. Like that. See that the person grows. That is converting jealousy, Asuri Sampat into Daivi Sampat. Can we do this? That is the dimension that comes up. This is how you have to use your intelligence and creativity and brilliance to convert every action, every negative emotions into positive emotion. For example, I have kama, desire. I want this, I want this, I want this. What is to be done? Develop the desire for good things. So all good things, you must develop the desire for that. Dana, Daya, Dama are the three components of the Daivi Sampat. You must develop the desire to give more and more, more and more. For all the children, you must make a habit that something the children should give every day. We had one of our friends, and his son was very fond of milk chocolate, very young, he was only 2 years. Every day he wanted milk chocolate. He was very fond of milk chocolate. So how to convert this desire? Because they had learned how to do this thing. So mother said, you see, a lot of guests come to our house. So you must give milk chocolate to them. You like milk chocolate, no? You give it to them also. What I will do, I will give you 2 milk chocolates. One for you, one for them. So when they come, you wait. When they come, you give 1 milk chocolate to them, then you eat. Is it fine? But okay, So this started happening. Every day one or other guests were coming, and then 1 milk chocolate this boy will start giving. Then after 15 days, 20 days, they said, why you must eat 1 full this thing? You take half you give it to the guest, and half you eat. And he said, okay, fine. Start coming up. Within about 6 to 9 months, he can give his entire milk chocolate to the guest and then doesn't eat. This is how you develop a desire to give more and more. A desire for daya and dama, control over the senses. All these things start happening. So once it happened that they were having the construction in the house, and he went and talked to his father, Papa, I want some money. So how much you want? I want 100 rupees. And why 100 rupees? No, I want. So I gave 100 rupees because they knew they will be going to think. So he went outside and brought a lot of food and nice drinks, everything, and brought and gave it to all the workers. He never took anything because these people are working so hard. They are sweating, working so hard. They need something to drink, something to eat. Come on, go. And he distributed everything. See, this is a transformation. So use your intelligent brilliance to develop this good qualities. So desire is not bad. Convert the desire into positive things, development of the positive thing. This is how you convert that into sublimation from dana, daya, dama. So I have been appealing to all of you that you develop this habit here. In our 1 month, how you practice Bhakti Yoga is to develop this habit of giving. Every day you must give something. Give money if you have, give food you have, the clothes you have. If nothing is there, a flower, a leaf, some good activity, anything that you can do. This is a must. Please take a resolve today that you must do. So next time when we meet, everybody said, yes, this we have done. Every day, 1 act of good service. And to bring this to the entire country, into the entire society. Now we have the social media, fortunately. And see that you spread. Tell your parents that yes, today I did this thing. A patient was coming here and he was not able to move. I put him into the wheelchair and pushed. Your parents should be so happy to see that you are going in the right direction. So you send it to your friends, your parents, email, WhatsApp, whatever you want, and see that it spreads everywhere. The positivity should spread every day. So our Honorable Prime Minister, every day he sends to crores of people what positive thing he did every day. This is the dimension that comes. With that, we close today's session, and the result of this today is, remember, thinking and emotions are not 2 different things. Our great masters found that they are essentially one. Emotions are power thoughts, and to control the emotions, you must slow down. The speeded up thoughts, which convert themselves into emotions, has to be reduced. The speed in that thing has to be reduced. Then you have the control over that. The art of sublimation. With that, we'll close today's session, and we have space for some lectures if we have. And if you people have some questions, please write it down and send it to me. If not today, you give it. In the next class, I'm going to answer those questions before I take further dimensions. So let's see whether our friends from all over the world have some questions. I'll answer the first. What is that question? Anjali from Los Angeles. Yes. Yoga is in the evening. Today evening, 6:45, we are going to have the things related to Yoga Vasishtha. This is morning Bhakti Yoga dimension.
What is the link for that? For the evening session, Yoga Vasishtha session?
We have sent it.
I haven't
received. Send you again.
No, I haven't received it.
How do you balance venting emotions
Same link,
expressing emotions? Venting emotions might lead to tapping into demonship traits within us. Yes. Sublimation. That's what we have sung. Slowing down. Converting your gross desires into good emotions. As I said, you have a desire. Desiring wrong things. Desiring which increases kama, krodha, lobha, moha, mada, matsarya in you. That desire which turns itself into greed has to be changed. So you start desiring the good things. As I said, dana, daya, dama, teja, kshama, dhriti, shaucha, droha. So you develop the desires for these things. To develop the good things, you start developing the desire. When you'll be able to convert. How to sublimate so many different emotional experiences. Kama, krodha, lobha. Everywhere slow down. When you are getting angry, it will be at the grossest level. You start hitting. Stop doing that thing. From there, it comes into the talk. Earlier, we know in our society, the husband will become so angry that he will start hitting. No? Fortunately, in modern time, this has almost stopped. You don't hit your wife. Because now the wife also will hit him back. Now, therefore, what you do is start cursing, blaming, using harsh words about them. That has to be reduced. That is kaya, vacha. Then even in the mind, you should not have this negative thing. This is how you have to grow. This is how you have to sublimate. So what is happening there? There is slowing down, recovering. If it is very fast, it comes out and becomes grass. It becomes action. Otherwise, it will be in the talk level. Otherwise, in the mind level. Even in the mind level, it should reduce. This is how, in every action, you must start working on these things, That is sublimation. As parents, how can we cultivate bhakti, yoga concept to children? I told you, the first step is converting the bad emotions into good emotions. Develop the good emotions, Daivi Sampat. I gave the example as to how dana has to be included in children. Every day you make the children to develop the aspect of giving and giving and giving. And gradually what should happen? Jivane yavat adanam shat pradhanam tadodikam. In our lives as elders, whatever we receive from the society, we should contribute much more than what we receive. Supposing you are getting 50,000 rupees as the salary, can you contribute 1 lakh, 2 lakh, 10 lakhs to the organization by various ways, increase the income and other things? This is how it should happen. So whatever we receive from society, we should give back much more. This is the dimension dana and giving there. In that thing. Giving. Giving could be misleading as well. People might take you for granted. How do you strike a balance and protect good self? So you start giving into to the right persons, who need, who are really very poor but very intelligent, very good people. You start patradana, as it's called. no? So give money, food, shelter to those people, whom you consider to be the patrata, having the right persons, because that will help them to grow dimensions. So, Gurubhyo Namaha. Please upload the recording in YouTube. Want to listen again and again? Yes, it is being done every day, and then you can go through the website. Laziness is included in the list. Yes, laziness also is a part of the entire Asuri Sampat. Tamas essentially is laziness, and laziness is the one that is grossification, further grossification of the Asuri Sampat. Is there any need to share our seva? It is like publicity, people do little things, share more. Please share. It's only for ourselves. So, seva, our seva is the service. Service could be in various fronts, not only in terms of money, in terms of education, in terms of different things. Giving food for the hungry is a good act of service. So if you give food for the hungry, temporarily you help the persons to overcome the hunger temporarily. But if you educate them and to make them earn their own living, it's a better form of service. But you may educate them and they may start living, making over things. But bringing education in terms of health will be much better. You may have all the money, and if the health is spoiled, then it's there. So giving health education is a much higher form of education. And you may be healthy, but still you may have no happiness. So bringing happiness, that is a realization, bringing yoga dimension, do that. So yoga brings all these dimensions. Therefore, giving yoga is the right thing that we have to do to bring total thing. How can we remove past bad memories? Bad memories bring about the bad actions and cause challenges and stresses. So what is to be done? To think of the positive thing. Whatever tendencies that come because of the bad memories, you're getting misery, you can get pain, you may get jealousies, many other things will start happening, negative things. That has to be converted into positive emotion. That is by slowing down smaller and smaller things. What are the special techniques to slow down the emotions? The easiest and the best way is to slow down the breathing. Take a deep breath when you are getting angry, when you are getting upset, when you have jealousy, hatred, everything. Very difficult to slow down that. So what is to do? Take a deep breath. Slowly breathe out. Go on doing it a few times, then the emotions will come down. Because the breathing and the thinking have very close relation. If the mind is very fast, breathing also is very fast. And very fast thinking brings emotions, and that causes this thing. So breathing becomes very haphazard and other things. So you slow down the breathing. Pranayama is the best thing to do these things. How to help other person from overthinking, which eventually makes them emotional person. What are the tools to help them? Again, breathing can be helpful. That is very positive and slowing down. Ask them to do the pranayama regularly, Narishadi pranayama and Brahmari pranayama. Very, very important, and it will be wonderful to help this thing. Also, on hearing in Bhakti Yoga, the whole dimension is to convert the gross into the softer emotion. For that, how it to be done, we are going to take up in the next class, how we have to bring in the Bhakti Yoga. But otherwise, breathing and doing it. I'm trying to sublimate, but it's very difficult. Can't eat slowly, can't talk slowly. That's correct. Difficulties are very much there because our habits die hard. So to change the habit. So repeatedly you must go on doing that. Every day you start doing that, When you are going to eat, before you start eating, take a deep breath, slow down, and then chant a mantra. Bhojan mantra, Brahmarpanam Brahmahavihi. This is how our people had done this thing. So you develop the patience for that. And when you have very interesting and very good meal, big thing, then a wrong word Bhojan mantra is to do that. These are the ways that which people have been able to do. So, but when we give services in free, people make fun of us. We are not thinking of whether people make fun or appreciate us. So we do it for our own growth. That's the thing that you have to do. Many people come and say, if you give something to somebody, then you are making that person lazy. You should not give anything at all to others. So giving is wrong. The money that we have earned, we have to use for ourselves. Why we have to give it to others? This is the argument they put. So we are not giving these things to others to help others or grow others. It is to develop ourselves, to develop the Asuri Sampat and the Daivi Sampat, by which you will become healthier, you become happier, you become blissful. You start moving to Daivi Sampat Vimokshaya. Why we have to do the Daivi Sampat? Moksha. To become healthier, happier, and reach higher and higher heights. From our normal level, become great human being, super, divine human being. That is the growth process. For that growth process, you have to give and give. How to improve on Bhavapurna speaking? Clear, caring, positive, humble, but assertive speaking. Good training right from beginning and using the Abhyasa to do that slowly. Think what you are talking is going to help others. You get the feedback from the people. Whether what you are talking is good enough, you can do. And students are very good and they can give you very good feedback. Now, in our things, we have a feedback system. How to become a saint and ignore people's remark when we are helping needy patients without charging anything from them. On doing this wonderful act of giving and giving, treating the patients and others, and then you are going to grow. When you grow from tamas to rajas, rajas to sattva, from Asuri Sampat to Daivi Sampat, you become healthier, happier, and moving to higher life. This is the dimension Bhakti Yoga prescribes. What to do when people lie and cheat you, even when you are good and honest to them? Is it right to disconnect ourselves with people even when they are your family members? What you do is you go on doing positivity and go on giving and giving and giving. And in spite of your giving, there may not be right reaction in terms of they will appreciate you, they will also get converted and others. But habits die hard. Some of the habits will take a long time to change. Look at yourself, how some of the habits become very difficult to change. It takes a longer time. But go on doing it again and again. You must go on hitting the stone when you want to break the stone. 1, 2, 3, 4 will not do. If the stone is very big, if the stone is very hard, you go on doing it. But until the stone breaks, you must go on doing that. That's the patience that you develop. Only then it can happen. When they are your own family members, you don't worry whether you are going to distance, whether you are going to do that. Go on doing the good things. Things will happen. Okay, with that we'll close today's thing. Thank you very much for the good questions. And we'll meet next Saturday at 7 o'clock for this Bhakti Yoga. Today at 6:45, we are going to have our thing related to Yoga Vasishtha, particularly the goal of life. And this is the things. Meet.
Posted the link already.
The link
People
already has been put here in the thing. You can take that one. And we will meet today evening. Actually, 6 o'clock we have the bhajan session. 6:30, 6:45 will start our talk related to the goal of life. And today's topic is dimensions of bliss. Dimensions of happiness. What are the various dimensions of happiness? What is the secret related to that? We are going to talk today evening. Please join us with all your things evening. So our Shairesh said that evenings people find it easier to come from different parts of the world to do that. But I know you're all coming from United States, from Australia, New Zealand, and all these places are coming. In spite of your time differences, you are coming. Similarly, in the evening also, you can join us. Thank you very much. With that, we close with the Shanti Mantra. Sarve bhavantu sukhinah, sarve santu niramayah, sarve bhadrani pashyantu, ma paschet dukkha bhavet. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Thank you. Thank you all, everyone.
Hari Om Guruji, thank you.
Guruji, nice to see you.
Hari Om Guruji, धन्यवाद.
Thank you, Guruji.